Hello, everyone. Today I decided to do a kind of a life blog. I have been thinking a lot about being young and being old recently just because my mom has not been doing well because of old age and she's been going through a lot of pain and uncomfort difficulty and she's been hospitalized. So just over the past 2 years, seeing her dealing with the disorder and the disease, it is very hard to see your family members suffering through, kind of living through each day, and it make me really wonder how it's like to be young compared to being old. And at this point, I have not gone through the being old phase yet, but I have certainly have been young at one point. As you can see that I'm having a little cough still, and I have this scratchy throat for um, heading to my third week now. And thinking back to when I was a kid, I remember having a cold or flu. It was nothing. It just go away in like 2 days or 3 days. You don't even remember it exists. When you get a cough, when you get runny nose as a kid, it is like something that doesn't bother you. It's just part of life, and you get over it in a couple of days. And I remember when I was in high school, an English teacher said something that I still remember today. This is not word for word, but he said something like, "You kid feel invincible. Wait until you get old and you'll understand." And at the time, he was right. I did feel invincible. I didn't really pay too close attention to that quote, but somehow I still remember it today because it's starting to be applicable now in my life. And I can really justify that as a kid, we never really think about the consequence. And we are very fearless. We are just gonna want fun, adventure, and willing to take risk. And as I get older, I feel I'm getting more like a coward, not willing to take risk. And like I said, I got this cough for like 3 weeks. And at one point, it was so bad that I felt like I was going to die. I couldn't sleep. Every time I lay down, every breath I take, I felt like I needed to cough, and my chest was about to explode, just simply because all the coughing continuously all night long for like a whole week straight. It was agonizing. And I never experienced something like that when I was younger. It is something that started to happen during COVID in a couple years ago. And now when I get a flu or a cold, it is either 2 weeks or 3 weeks long. This time it's over it's over 3 weeks now. And it's still not 100% gone. So that's also one reason why I didn't upload any video in the past 3 to 4 weeks because I was kind of sick as well. But going back to being old, witnessing firsthand about my mom's situation of being old, It's scary to see how you can go from 140 pounds down to like 80 pounds in such a short time. In a matter of a few months, you lose almost half of your weight. And she doesn't able to eat very well, like no appetite to eat stuff. Stuff tastes bitter. It doesn't taste good. You can't even swallow. You can barely swallow the pills, and every day you live with a pocket of pills. 10 pills. More than that. And she told me that she's scared of chewing pill or swallowing pills. It's just so sad to see your loved one suffering through health difficulty. And at some point, her body may not be able to handle it anymore. And she'll be resting in peace. So that's why I have been thinking about this topic in the past few years, because she started to have this diagnosis with cancer about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Aging really sucks. And definitely it's not something that you think about when you're younger, especially when you're a teenager and you feel invincible. Nothing can stop you. And now getting to kind of the mid 30 or approaching 40, I can starting to feel my vulnerability. And the cough is a perfect example. It's just one example. And so what does that mean for this video, I guess? I guess my message to all of you is, go do whatever you want to do. Maybe you shouldn't be like me. Take more risk. Go out to adventures. Do things while you still have the health to do. Yeah, it's easy for me to say and tell people to do it, but then I myself do not do it. Does that make me a hypocrite? I always find excuse for myself to not do it because, I'm not good at driving, I'm bad at directions, and I need a companion, and I'm very afraid being alone somewhere else. I don't speak the language. Whatever reason, it's expensive. I can think of a million reasons, my work situation, my family situation. I have the responsibility to stick around. You can really think of unlimited amount of reasons for not taking risks and willing to do, even though I have been always wanting to go to Yellowstone for a long time, or always desire to see this, or go to Japan because it's so cool. I heard my coworkers talking about it and how nice it is. But pretty soon when I heard about that, and the desire had been like 10 years, and I still sitting here and not doing anything. But I don't know. Maybe after you hear this, you will actually change your mind and willing to get up and do something. But right now, really, I'm not feasible to do this or take a long trip right now in my situation because I have to care for my mom. And my job is not at the best situation either to go. But hopefully one day I will be able to do it. Take good care of yourself. It's very easy to care for the people around us and in our life, but neglecting our own self. So when you have a chance, go do whatever you need to do. And also, very important, spend quality time with the elderly around your life, because they're not going to be around forever. If there's one lesson that I take away from what happened to me recently, is that our parents, our grandparents, the older generation will not be healthy forever, and they will not be here to help take care of us all the time. So spend some good time with them while they still have the health, and keep those memories, because once people are gone, all that's left are those beautiful memories that you have together. And I will be flipping through all those photos and all the fun time that I had with my mom, and try not to cry about it. It shouldn't have been fun. It was fun time, so that is what you want to do if the time does arrive one day, to have those good, happy memories. Okay, this is all I have to say today. Oh, actually, one more thing. Because I like to talk about finance, we also need to start planning for our own future about getting old. It costs a lot of money to stay in the hospital. It costs even more money to get treatments. And it costs even more money to have somebody care for us when we can't walk, when we need someone to hold us to the bathroom, when we need someone to change for us. That's all money. So, very important for you to plan for your retirement. Definitely invest in your retirement accounts. Saving is not going to save you. You can't live off saving, because you need to invest in order to grow enough for yourself in the future. I don't know where I'm going to end up with. I'm probably going to send myself in a nursing home when I get old, but who knows? I just know for sure, doesn't matter what you're going to do, you're going to need a lot of money when you get old. So start planning for that early. Maybe I can talk a little bit more about the IRA, the traditional Roth, and 403b, 401k in the future. Okay, go enjoy your time, take some rest, take some vacation, spend time with your family. Bye bye.